welcome back to my channel. My name is Kristen. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. Oh, and happy new year, guys. I know it's like mid-January, but this is my first video of the year and I want to say happy new year. So I'm going to be kicking off this year with another dupe video by, of course, CColor Cosmetics, and they did it against the same company, Dominique Cosmetics. I just finished reviewing, where is it at? The Unisex 4 palette versus the Latte palette by Dominique Cosmetics, and it definitely was a dupe. If you haven't seen that video, you can click the link that's gonna pop up right here. But I was like super stoked. I love the formula that they use and I'm in love with that brand. But before we continue, if you want to, totally up to you, you can click the subscribe and the bell button so that you know when I come out with another video. So here we are, guys, the Unisex 5 palettes. It is duping the Lemonade Palette by Dominique Cosmetics. These palettes are also already on my eyes, so one side is the duper, the other side is the original. You guys can go ahead and let me know down below which eye you think is the dupe palette and which eye you think is the regular Lemonade palette. But now I'm gonna go ahead and get to the details of these palettes and compare, shall we? So the outside packaging is similar, believe it or not. This one by Dominique Cosmetics is gold and has white lettering for Dominique Cosmetics, while this one is white with gold lettering by CColor Cosmetics. So they did keep the same kind of vibe in terms of color. Both of these palettes are cruelty free. They both contain talc and mica, so if you're allergic to that, stay away from both of these palettes. The Unisex 5 palette is made in China and the Lemonade palette is made in the USA. In terms of the weight, for the Unisex 5 palette you have 10 times 4.2 grams, and for the Lemonade palette you have 10 times 1.4 grams. So you are getting more product for the Unisex 5 palette. Now let's talk about the price point. This is $14.99 and this one is $42 on Sephora. I did get this through Sephora. I ended up paying a little over $45. Literally cost 3 times more than this palette. Now in terms of the inside packaging, there's not much similarity. This is like a little bit pink. This one is more pink and yellow. Reminds me more of Lemonade, you know what I'm saying? But this one not so much. But that's okay, right? The inside's what's matter. So I'm gonna bring this up so you guys can see. And this is the Lemonade one. So as you can see, there's really not much of a similarity there. When you open up these beauties, both of them do come with a slip cover. However, I do want to mention that the Unisex 5 palette, it has one that has like an adhesive on the side. So when you initially take it off, it might smell like tape, that adhesive scent. But it's not coming from the actual shadows. It's just from the actual slip cover. So here are the palettes side by side. I mean, the colors are pretty much dead on. Like, they are so similar. I'm going to bring it closer so you guys can see. Now, I have to give a quick shout out to Amy Stacey Duff. And the reason why I'm giving her this shout out is because when I first got tagged in this picture, I was just like, I've seen that palette. I've seen that palette. Where the heck did I see that palette? And the reason why I remember this palette is because of these two on the side, the mint green and this dark blue shade. I remember seeing that from a palette and I could not remember from where. It was freaking killing me. So I messaged a group of girls and she was in that group and I showed a picture and I was like, can anybody tell me what the heck this palette is duping? And she came in with the save, so thank you, Amy. I love you for that. You have no idea. Now back to the palettes. Both of these companies did engrave their initials in the actual shadows. This is a star with a C and a C, and I know that is so similar to Jeffree Star's palettes. I get that all the time in my DMs or comments. I see people saying, oh my god, that looks just like Jeffree's. Yes, you are not incorrect. And they have duped Jeffree's palettes before, so maybe they decided to keep the stars. But both of them have engraved their initials in the actual shadows. Now before I go ahead and show you guys the pre-recorded swatches, I'm gonna swatch some live for you right now. I'm gonna take Sweet Tea from the Lemonade palette, and then I'm gonna take its duper from the Unisex 5 palette. Now this palette doesn't have any names, so it's gonna be a lot of the duper, whatever. So here we are, they're on my fingers. This one is the Lemonade one and this one is the Unisex 5 one. I'm gonna go ahead and put them right here. Let's see, let's do this one right here. And let's do this one right here. Look at that. So similar, you guys. So very, very, very similar. I mean, the lemonade one is a bit more deeper and richer in color, but they're very, very similar. Next up, I'm going to take Blueberry Fizz from the Lemonade Palette, and it's Duper from Unisex 5. Here we go. I'm going to put them right here. Took way too much from the lemonade one. My fault. But there you go. Again, very similar. I mean, I really have to nitpick. I don't know how it looks on the camera, but in person, very similar. Again, I want to say that the lemonade one is a bit richer than the Unisex 5 one. Next, I'm going to take Chai Tea. And then it's duped version. And let's see, let's take Mango. And it's duped version. Here we go. They're on my fingers. This one is Dominique. And this one is Dominique. And then these other two. Oh, I didn't mean to curse you guys out. Act like that didn't happen. Alright, let's put these two up here. And then I'm going to put these two down here. And here you go. Again, very similar, you guys. The only like real difference, honestly, are these two. Is that this one is much more like a mustard and this one is not so mustard. It's more pale. I'm going to take two more. I'm going to take Cucumber. And it's Duper. And then I'm going to take, let me see, let's take Pink Lemonade. And it's Duper. Okay, here they are on my fingers. I'm going to put Cucumber all the way down here. There you go. And then let's put Pink Lemonade actually right under it. I'm running out of arm space. Well, there you go. I hope you guys can see that. They're a bit lighter in color, but they are pretty much the same. Alright guys, so now I'm going to go ahead and show you side-by-side swatches. So as you can see, the swatches are very similar. I did have to go in twice for some swatches for the Unisex 5 palette to get it to the same kind of pigmentation for the Lemonade palettes. But honestly, most of them were just one swipe and it was there. You can see a similarity. You can definitely see that Unisex 5 is really close to Lemonade. I mean, honestly, you guys, I really wasn't shocked to see that based on the Latte palette versus the Unisex 4 palette. Now in terms of how they feel like going in with a finger, they both feel smooth, they both feel pretty good pressed in there, they both feel pretty fantastic. The Unisex 5 shimmers though are little bit more crumbly compared to the shimmers in the Lemonade palette, but not extreme. It's not something you're gonna lose your mind over or something that is seriously annoying. It is still very good. So now we're gonna go ahead and go right into the eye demonstration where we get to see the palettes duke it out and we get to see how I got to this eye look. I am using Morphe brushes and my clean sweep so that I can quickly change color. I'm using the same brush for each eye so that it can be more fair. I also only have Tarte Shape Tape Concealer on my eyes. I don't have any white base primer, no other kind of primer. It is just concealer. So that's all you need to know. Let's get this started. Alright guys, well you saw for yourself. You guys got to see both of the palettes in action, battling it out. They do look extremely similar. The Unisex 5 palette needed a little bit more building up to get it to the same pigmentation for the Lemonade palette. And another thing that stuck out in terms of differences was that the Lemonade palette shimmers went on very smooth and blended so nicely versus the Unisex one. I felt like the shimmers were just a little bit more on the muddier side, but you can feel the difference between these and these. However, they do look beautiful. Like right now, I'm not seeing much of a difference. Now, in terms of the colors, they are very close. I would say that maybe the pink on this side is just a little bit more pink and this one's maybe not so much. The mustard one here versus the mustard one in this one, it is like deeper, and this one maybe not so much. It looks a bit more pale. But again, this is me nitpicking, guys. I 100% believe that this is a dupe for this. As you can see, the colors are like identical. This costs $15 and this one's cost $42 plus tax. It can definitely get you the same eye look as this one. Now, is this formula better than this one? No, it's not. It's not better than this formula, but it is a running contender, meaning it can get the job done. You just have to build it up some more. But other than that, you guys, it's really pretty. The colors look the same to me. I can't see much of a difference. You guys let me know down below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you think this is a dupe. Let me know if you're gonna get it. Let me know if you're like, nah, never mind. By the way, they also just finished doing a dupe for the Luna Beauty palette, Life is a Drag. So I did order that one because you guys were just popping up in my DMs talking about, please review this, let me know the teas. So I did get that one as well. I already have the Life is a Drag palette. I'm just waiting for that one to arrive. That's all for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Let me know everything down below, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.